All right, well, not the start I was looking for, and I was really excited until that Jose de Souza game where I was going to hit that 3-team parlay. It looked pretty good. And then de Souza misses 3 at the tops, and Adrian Lewis takes it a 107 to win the set, and then it was over from there. But I'll give you my predictions for today, and I also have another 3-team parlay that I really like today. Before I get into the predictions for today, for day 2, let me review yesterday. Rutowski Ritz kind of went as I expected it to be. Ritz actually played better than I expected, I'll be honest. But just too many wild darts, too many 43s, too many burying it into the 5 in a couple occasions. Just the consistency's not there with him right now. Again, like I said, looked like he might have had a C game yesterday, but he certainly doesn't have a B game. It's either A+. And for some moments in that game, he was A+, and for other moments in the game, he was D. Rutowski took advantage, won 2-0. Bunting, Dolan, bit of a, expected a little bit more to Dolan. Bunting was okay. It wasn't the greatest game, but Bunting with 2-0 win. Big surprise, Dobie over Humphreys. Humphreys had a 2-0 lead, and then same thing happened. Missed many darts to take that set, and then Dobie takes out a big finish to win that set, and then he decided to take out every big finish he could find in the second set. Thing with Dobie, you'll find he played great. Let's see what he plays in the next round. Then Chisnell DVB was a fantastic one. Called it. I thought it was going to be a good one. Dimitri, new darts. It looked like a new dart setup, but just held Chisnell off. That's a game you want to go for. This is where 3 sets sucks. Because what did Chisnell do wrong? He lost the bull. That's what he did. He lost the bull. That's all he did wrong in that game. That was a great game. But Dimitri Vandenberg held his nerve and got the win. So that looks good for Vandenberg fans. And then Dirk Van Dijvenbode at Clayton. Again, Dirk Van Dijvenbode, you got the game by the tail. It's so it's crazy how it just turns. Set play, especially, but when you double in, at no point, I thought this was a 2-0 walk it out the door, Dirk Van Dijvenbode, and then he just didn't get in when he needed to win the game. And Clayton got the set, and then he didn't look back from there. Big win for him. And I know there was a yelling or screaming or something they were talking about, but again, if you're on your game, typically, unless it's a whistle, I didn't hear a whistle, you're not affected by it. You or at least know what's coming. I'm sure these guys have dealt with it before, but Clayton with the win. And then Peter Wright, Kim Huybrechts again. This is one thing about Peter Wright that has to be explained. I collect a whole bunch of stats. I have to do this. I have to. Every player who plays Peter Wright plays their best game. Kim Huybrechts couldn't miss double in for the first, 5? He went 5 for 5. He couldn't hit a double to get out. But he was at 109 average. He ended up with the third best average of everyone in the day. The third best average. And he lost because Wright had the second best average. But there's something about Peter Wright where players play him and they play fantastic. Don't believe me? Fallon Sherrick stunk the World Series of Darts. World Series of Darts. She stunk. Her stats are atrocious. She plays Peter Wright. Boom. Jim Williams in the European Tour. Boom. Neil Zonneville. Boom. They're firing high 90s averages against this guy. And then when they play the next game, 80 average. There's something about Peter Wright's style of play that leads people to play well. Or maybe you're playing the champ and you're getting up and your concentration level's high. But I thought Peter Wright really did well to win. That second set was going the wrong way. And if it went the wrong way, I wouldn't have been surprised if Huybrechts won that. But, nearly taking it a 1-4-7. And then, Huybrechts missed and he took out the opportunity after that. So, but, I thought it was a good game. I thought, again, Huybrechts played fantastic. Friggin' 94 average and double in. And you lose? It's crazy, too. Means you're playing a good player. MVG Anderson, that first set was a disaster. Second set was good. Anderson couldn't hold on. Van Gerwen held on, but there's lots of things to... Again, how can you be so inconsistent? That's why I like Van Gerwen to go, a distance in this tournament, but I don't see him winning it. And then Jose de Souza let me down on my 3-team parlay. God, Jose! He miscounted once, too. Ridiculous. He miscounted again and hit a triple 20. He would have been at 169, and he got it to 129. Missed those 3 at tops. The 107, Adrian Lewis, that was it for me. My parlay was gone. I couldn't even cash out for a good price at that point. So Lewis won. Let's get in the games today. Ryan Searle, Matters Razma. Matters Razma is, if you take a look at the stats, he's the guy who destroys my stats. Because he's got the worst, he's one of the worst stats in terms of scoring of all of the players that have played PDC this year. He's at the bottom 10 for the amount of 140s per leg, 180s per leg, and 100s per leg. But I know he aims at the 19, so he's going to have some 95s in there that I'm not counting, but geez. And he also drags players down. His style of play drags players down. No one throws a beauty against Razma, because Razma doesn't let you. He's going to slow it down. He's going to, he's methodical. I think that'll affect Searle too. Searle's a go-get-it type of player, and he hasn't been playing well lately. I still like Searle, though. He's just so dynamite on those double tops. He hits double tops, he'll be in. I like Searle to win this one 2-0. Ross Smith, Andrew Gilding. That's going to be I think it's going to be a good game. You got two people in form. Like Ross Smith started off the year disaster. Gilding had a disaster first year, and now has no problem with his tour card. I mean, he's looking at next year. He'll be defending no money because he did so poorly that first year. Ross Smith came out of nowhere at the late, and it was his doubles that were killing him at the beginning. Doubles at the beginning of the year were terrible, and he's bringing them back up. I think it's going to be a good game. I think just Smith is the better scorer, and he's been scoring really great with the 180s, so I like him to win this one 2-1, although I can see this going both ways. Danny Noppert, Gabriel Clemens. Has there been a quieter year than Danny Noppert? Ranking money, he's second. Out of everyone in the PDC, he has the second most ranking. Now, he won a major, but he's also won on the floor. He's had some really great runs in tournaments. This guy he's dynamite, and he's doing it quietly. No one's giving him any. I mean, this guy won a major. Imagine Gary Anderson won a major. How much are they talking about him? If Michael Smith would have won that UK Open major, boy, they wouldn't have stopped talking. Danny Noppert's like, yeah, okay, it's Danny Noppert. Danny Noppert's a damn good player. He had to qualify for the World Series instead of actually getting the card. You got to be kidding me. This guy is getting no respect. I think he's going to do a lot of damage in this tournament, and I think you'll have no problem with Clemens. 2-0 Noppert. Joe Cullen, Damon Hedda. Again, I don't know. They played each other in the World Match Play. It must be like just let's play each other at the same time in the next tournament. We got Lukeman Wade coming up. Same thing. Hedda is on the floor. Fantastic. Cullen, to me, he wins, but he's not playing. I don't think he's playing that great. I don't think he's in really great form, to be honest. But he wins. So what are you going to do? Complain about winning? Hedda on the floor is a whole different beast. He has a World Series, showed it. He's a doubles machine. He's a 180 machine. He's a 140 machine. Joe Cullen can hit the 140s and 180s, can score with him, but I just think it's the floor experience. Cullen's going to beat him 2-1 at the end of the day. Gurney Cross, this is where I'm going to call an upset. There's a really good price for Gurney if you're interested. I didn't take it, but there's a really good price. Again, Cross, yeah, he did win a tournament. He won a PDC tournament before the end. Okay. He didn't really look good in the Europeans. Gurney can score. He's good on doubles. It's a good game. It's a good game. I think it's a very close game. I'm going to take Gurney to win this 2-1. And if you like the price for Gurney is pretty fantastic. I didn't take it myself, but maybe I will, depending on how the first couple games go. I'll get into my bet in just a sec. And then James Wade, Martin Lukeman, saw this before. I don't expect any different result. Wade to win this one 2-0. Then you've got Gerwin Price, Martin Schindler, saw this before. Match play, expect not as close this time, I don't think. Price is in great form. Schindler can do damage. He certainly can, scoring-wise. Really great scorer. It's doubles. When I take a look at the doubles, I think Price on double top he's just a maniac sometimes on how easy he hits it. So we'll go with Price on this one 2-0. And the last game up is a barn burner. Michael Smith, Nathan Aspinall. I flipped the coin. Michael Smith won it. I'm going to take it 2-1. I don't think there's much to choose between these players. Good scores. Smith has a bit of that bottler. He's shown it. I just think he's going to play well against Aspinall. Well enough I think it's going to be a beauty game. It can go either way, but I just flipped the coin and Smith won it. So I'm going to take it a little bit later, but we'll go into that. So my bet for tomorrow, or bet for today, actually, I'm taking Ryan Searle. I'm getting a good price for him to beat Matters Razma. Way better price than I expected. I'm also going to take Danny Knopper. Really great price over Clemens. God, I was thinking -3. It ended up being like -194 or 190. Yes, please. And then I'm actually going to take Michael Smith because I like the odds there, just to make my parlay up, and I think he'll take it. So let's go 3-team parlay. So for $10, pays $33.84. Hope I win the parlay. Hope I do better than 3 of 8. That's terrible. And I'll talk to you tomorrow for day 3.